Okay, so we're going to turn decimals back into fractions. Now, decimals are dealing with really out of a value of usually 1 we're talking about. So think of this, I actually want to turn it into a fraction with a decimal and then turn them into whole numbers. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to match up values with all of the columns. This being the ones column, this being the tenths and the hundredths, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense so far? So in the ones, I'm actually going to put the value of 1 underneath it. Okay? And then what I can do is put a decimal down here, and I'm just going to fill out the rest. Under the tenths, I put a 0. On the hundreds, I put a 0. If they had had another value here in the thousandth and the 10,000ths, again, I would just put zeros underneath. Okay? So what this now looks like is 0.33 divided by 1.00. 0.33 divided by 1.00. Now, normally, technically this is a fraction right now. But normally we don't leave decimals in our fractions, okay? So what we're going to do, similar to, remember when we were doing our division, we move our decimal places over. So I'm going to move the decimal places on the top value until it becomes a whole number. So I move this over 1, 2, and then what number will we have on top?
33.
33. Well, I moved the one on top too, so I got to do the exact same thing to the bottom. That's the same rule with fractions. So I move that over 1, 2. And it becomes 33 over 100. That's it. There's our fraction. So let's say we had another value, 80.895, let's say. And I wanted to turn that into a fraction, right? Technically, there's a 0 in front of this too, right? So we set up our columns. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, okay? How large do I make the number on the bottom? What number do I set up?
1.000.
That's it. Perfect. So we have that. Now I'm going to rewrite it. 0.895 divided by 1.000. I need to make the number on top a whole number. So what do I got to do with this decimal?
Move it under 3 decimal places.
3 decimal places, which means I move this guy over
3.
1, 2, 3. What is now my fraction value?
195 over 1,000.
That's it. It's now a fraction.
Simple.
Okay. That's how we go about doing that.